ราบสวัสดีทุกท่านนะครับผมนายเมทัลเพลเยอร์นะผมและนี่คือเกม The Stanley Parable เฮียปัญหาตลอดเลยหลังจากที่เราเล่นมาด้วยความมึนงงนะแบบว่าเล่นวนไปวนมาไม่รู้ว่าจุดหมายเกมนี้มันคืออะไรกันแน่หลายคนถามนะว่าพี่ทำไมไม่ลงแพท2สักทีหนึ่งผมก็อยากจะลงนะแต่จะเข้าเล่นกับมันทีไรแม่งแบบต้องคิดหนักทุกทีกูจะเล่นกับมันนะเฮียไม่สบายได้หลายอย่างหนึ่งครับผมขอบคุณที่ติดตามรับชมกันเรามามึนหัวได้กันดีกว่าโอ้จะเสร็จแล้วเร็วๆน้อยไม่คือกูต้องโหลดมึงเปล่าวะหรือกูไม่โหลดหรืออะไรไงฉันอยู่ไหนวะเฮ้ยตอนนั้นเราอยู่เอ้าเฟ่กูคนอะไรของกูวะเนี่ยโอเคตอนนั้นเราอยู่ตรงนี้แหละจำได้ครับผม let's go man อุ้ยกระตุกมีกระตุกนิดนึงนะโอเค
If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
เอาเฮียปิดไอ้สัสเกมนี้จะว่ามีผีมันก็ไม่มีนะเว้ยออกขวาไปแล้วขวาซ้ายไปหมดแล้วไม่รู้จะมันจะให้เราไปทางไหนวะเนี่ยแมทที่อะไรก็ไม่มีเกมผีห่าผีบ้าผีบอผีแปะมุดจะเล่นเดทเอานะไม่สนใจสแตนเลย์อะไรเมื่อกี้เราตรงใช่ไหมเฮ้ยนี่มีทางไปครับน่าเห็นไหมอันนี้ไว้ก่อนกระเปียกเพิ่งปิดชิบหายแล้วมันต้องเดินตามเนื้อเรื่องครับชิบหายแล้ว
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his
boss's
office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase,
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. ใช่ไหมใช่กูถามใครวะเนี่ยสึกว่าลายเข้า
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense.And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just found the words for it.I'm dreaming! He yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So,He imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
กดที่อะไรก็ไม่ได้
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his
มัน
life.
ให้กูทำอะไร
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one.
เกมผีบ้าผีบอคอแตกอะไรเนี่ย
Wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want.
อ้าวไอ้เหี้ยอะไรกันเนี่ย
I want my apartment and my wife and my job.
มันไม่ให้กูทำอะไรอ่ะ
All I want
ให้
is
กูทำ
my
อะไรอ่ะ
life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be
โอ้
fine.
ยเหี้ย
I am okay.
I am okay กูไม่โอเคไอ้สัสอ้าวลืมตาละ
Stanley began screaming.
เฮ้ย
Please,
เฮ้ย
someone wake me up.
อะไร
My name is
อะไร
Stanley. I have a boss. I have an
อะไร
office. I am real. Please, just someone tell
อะไร
me I am real. I must be real.
อะไร
I
อะไร
must be. Can anyone hear
อะไร
my voice? Whoever.
อ้ายอะไรอะไร
And everything went black.
อะไรอ่ะ
This is the story of a woman named
มันจะกู
Mariella.
เก่งเลยไอ้สัส
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
อ้าว
But on this particular day, her
กู
walk
ตายเหรอ
was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go
แล้วผู้หญิงคนนี้
to
คือใคร
the ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy.
Yeah.
This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment,
แล้ว
she
หรือ
thought
ว่า
to
อยู่
herself
ดีๆก็
how
วูบ
lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is
นู้
real
เกม
and
ผีบ้า
what
ผี
isn't.
บอเลยเนี่ยฮะ
It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose
โอ้
impressions
ย
of
เร็
her
ว
would affect
เร็ว
her
เร็ว
and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
เย่โหลดดิ้งครับผมแล้วกลับมาสู่ห้องเดิมแล้วทุยให้กูทำอะไรเนี่ยเฮ้ยห้องใหม่
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he
Whiteboard.
had simply missed a memo.
Welcome to White Boss Eating
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the
เปิดไม่
office,
ได้ครับ
but it didn't make a single difference.
เปิดไม่ได้
Nor did it advance the
เปิด
story
ไม่ได้
in any way.
เอ้ยเอ้าไม่มีเลขที่
When Stanley came
เฮ้ย
to
เมื่
a
อกี้
set of two
มี
open,
สนาม
this
มวย
was not the
ใช่ป่าว
correct
วะ
way to the
ที่
meeting
เรา
room, and
ดูเมื่อกี้
Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. But
กูเล่นมาตั้งนาน
eager
กู
to
ยัง
get
ไม่รู้
back
เลย
to
ว่า
business,
จุดมุ่งหมายของมึงคือ
Stanley
อะไร
took the first open door on his left.
กูเล่นแล้วกูก็เกิดใหม่อีเวนต์เนี่ย
And so he detoured through the
Yeah.
maintenance section,
เรามาแล้วครับ
walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on
กดไป
track.
อุ้ย ฉันไม่รู้อะไรบ้างเลยว่าเพื่อนคนหนึ่งมันแอบตรงนี้โอเค
So now in order to get back he needed to go
ตื้อไอ้สัตว์อารมณ์ดีเอ้า
it's to the right my mistake
No,
not the right.
No.
Why would I have ever
No,พ่อ
said it
ไม่ให้
was
กู
to
เข้า
the
อีก
right?
สัตว์
What was I thinking? It's clearly. Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
เข้านี้ก็ได้วะ
Now let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep. Okay. Yes, I've got it now. This story
Left,
is
right,
absolutely
left, right, side.
definitely
นี่ไง
this way.
เดี๋ยวละเย้เจ้
No. This isn't right at all. You're not
ไอ้
supposed to be
อ๋อ
here
ที่
yet.
เรามา
This
ครั้
is
งแร
all
ก
a
อะตรงนั้นอะ
spoiler.
จำ
Quick,
ได้ปะ
Stanley, close your eyes.
แผ่นแรกอะที่เรามากันอะ
Okay. We just have to get back to who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How
มัน
about
ก็วงจ
rather
ร
than
ปิด
waste
นะ
my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just
อ๋อ
restart the
ไม่ได้
game
ด้วย
from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay. From the top.
อ้าวให้กูเดาไปห้องเดิมแน่นอนนั่นไงยูเอ็น
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
เฮ้ยปิดแล้วครับ
Wait, what?
เฮ้ยปิดแล้ว
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room
มันมีอะไร
with all
ที่
the monitors?
มากกว่าที่คิด
Did
วะ
you move the story somewhere, or...
แต่กูไม่รู้ว่ามันคืออะไร
Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay
โอ้
then.
แสบตา
It's an adventure.
เฮ้ย
Come, Stanley.
ว้าว
Let's
นี่ดีกว่า
find the story.
left ซ้ายแน่นอนหานี้ดีกว่ามีทางไปเยอะแยะเลยครับเก็บบรรยากาศแบบนี้มากเลยโอเค let's go man นั่นอยู่ห้องเฮ้ยเอ้าอะไรอ่ะให้กลับมาห้องเดิมวะ
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before.
Okay.
Do we need to restart the game again? I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this.
บริษัท
Okay,
มึง
let's give
นี่
it a shot. Why not?
เฮ้ยเอ้าอะไรเนี่ยอะไร
All of his co-workers were
ไม่เข้าใจ
gone.
เลยเกม
What
นี้
could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
เอ้า
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong.
เวรละ
It's
ประตู
possible
หาย
the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
เฮ้ยว้าวเปิดไม่ได้นี่ไงเปิดไม่ได้สักประตูห้องนี้มันเป็นห้องเราไม่ใช่เหรอวะ
Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story.
คืออะไรกันแน่เนี่ย
Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story.
ทางตันอะ
Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
เฮ้ยอะไรอ่ะเฮ้ย
Now this...
อุ้ยขนลุก
Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story?
ดูเสียงฟังเสียงนี่ฟังเสียงเดิน
I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took
เสียง
place
เดิน
in an
ไม้แม่
office
งเก่ามาก
building.
เลย
Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know
บ
what?
ริษัทอะไร
Since
วะเนี่ย
I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing,
ใส่ผู้จัดการ
how
เป็น
about
เดวิดคัพเปอร์ฟิล
this?
ด์ไม่สัตว์
You win.
ยูวินกูชนะแล้ว
Congratulations.
ชนะเฮียไม่รู้เรื่องสักอย่าง
A lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
แล้วบอกดีด้วย
Oh no,
คุณทำไม่ดีมากครับ
I don't feel right about
กูช
this
นะ
at
แล้ว
all. We both know you didn't put in any actual
เฮีย
work
อะไร
for that
กูช
win.
นะอะไรเนี่ย
Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
รีสตาร์ทเริ่มใหม่ด้วยเฮ้ย
All right, I've got
The
a solution.
Stanley Parable
This time, to make sure we don't get lost,
อะไรวะ
I've employed the help of the Stanley
เดิ
Parable
นตามเส้นนี้ครับ
adventure line. Just follow the line. How simple is
โอเค
that?
เดินตามเส้นนี้เฮ้ยต้องตรวจสอบก่อนมีอะไรบ้าง
You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there?
ใครเขาเอา
Or to put it
สี
another
มา
way,
ทานี่มึง
if
ขยัน
the
เนอะ
story
เฮ้ย
has no destination, still a
ไอ้ที่นี่ตล
story.
กอะไรกูให้กู
Simply
ไป
by
ยังไง
the
วะ
act of moving forward,
คนนี่ไม่ใช่หอย
are we
ทาก
implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being
ก็ดูมัน
by
ทำ
the
อ่ะ
very manifestation of the nature of life
กูเดิน
itself?
ตามลาย
Whoa,
เอา
whoa, 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 whoa.
เอาไอ้สัต
Hang
ว์
on. That got a bit weird back there.
เดินแม่งทำอะไร
I'd like to apologize.
ไอ้เหี้ย
Not sure where I was going with all that.
เอ้า
You know what? I think what we
โอ้
need right now
เล่น
is a bit of
ตลก
music
ใหญ่แล้ว
to lighten the mood.
เฮ้ยอะไรอะอะไรเนี่ยโอ้
Cut the music. Go back and look at that fern.
เปิดเพลงทำเตี๋ยแล้วะ
Wait, what? We're back at the office?
อะไรอะ
No, no, no. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley
อ๋อ
Parable,
กูไม่ทางนู้นเลยวะ
right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
อ้าว
Oh, no, 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 not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through,
มีข้อผิดพลาดคือตัวนั้นผิด
No, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
รีสตาร์ทไอเวนเอ้ย
You know what, Stanley?
Oh.
I say forget the adventure line.
Can't
What's it
we?
ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
โอเค let's go man
Now, yes,
no,
this
no,
is
yeah,
exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be,
Yeah.
Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not
Yeah.
you again.
สวยมากเลย
Stanley, I'd also
มึง
like
โย
to
งไว้
veto
ของ
the
มึงวะ
line from having any role in our awesome
อุ๊ย
new
แสบตา
story. No lines
จุ๊บ
or
จึ๊บ
monitor
โอ
rooms.
เค
Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
ไอ้เคี้ยก็ว่าไอ้คนที่แม่งเขียนนี่แม่งเป็นหอยทากแน่เลยสัตว์เอ้า
Ah, a
Ah.
choice. We get to make a decision.
สองห้องอีกแล้ว
From here, the
กูเลิก
story
อีก
is
แล้ว
in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles
Wait,
for a
yep.
minute. Okay, so I know
One,
that
one,
each door
one,
has to lead
one.
somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask,
อะไรเนี่ย
will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic.
อะไรฮะ
Come, Stanley. Our destiny awaits.
อ้าวโอเคอะไรอีกอะ
Oh, hold up. What's this?
อ๋อห้องเดียวกัน
The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times?
รี
That's
ส
really
ตาร์ท
how
ไป
all this goes? It's all determined?
ซีเคิลรีสตาร์ทไฟรีสตาร์ท
So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what?
ทำไมรีส
Am
ตาร์
I
ทเยอะจั
just
งเลยวะ
supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped.
อีกแล้วอะ
Does that
เล่นเฮียอะไรอีกแล้วอะ
did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us?
มึงสร้างให้ใครเล่นไอ้สัตว์
So, okay.
ไม่โอเค
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
อ้าวอ้าวโอ้ยขอบคุณสำหรับการรับชมนะครับผมติดตามไปเรื่อยๆนะ ชอบกดไลค์ใช่กดเลิฟทุยจะแชร์กันหน่อยนะจ๊ะโอเคติดตามแพทที่3ครับผมซึ่งแพทนี้โคตรงงเลยเจอกันใหม่ครับผมเมทัลเพลเยอร์บายบายทุกคนครับสวัสดีครับสวัสดี